There is a class of software out there that is free, legal to download, and yet the moment you start using it, you feel like you're somewhere you shouldn't be. Today, we're walking through 5 of them. Try the ones that don't make you nervous. Number 5, Nmap. Nmap, short for Network Mapper, is one of the most famous tools in cybersecurity, and the one every single attack starts with. Before you can attack a system, you need to know what's on the system. What ports are open, which services are running, the versions of those services, the operating system, and so on. Nmap answers all of those questions with one command. Take Sally, for example. She's running an Ubuntu server at the IP 192.168.122.192. She set the machine up last week. It's secure, she thinks. Kim sits down at his own Kali machine, opens a terminal, and types Nmap, followed by Sally's server IP address. No flags, no options, no authentication, just the IP. He presses enter, and Nmap starts sending carefully crafted packets to the most common ports of Sally's server and notes which ones reply. Less than 5 seconds, and look at what Sally's server just told Kim. Nmap even resolved her hostname, Ubuntu. 3 ports are open. SSH on port 22, meaning Sally accepts remote logins. HTTP on port 80, meaning she's running a web server. And MySQL on port 3306, meaning she's running a database, and somehow that database is reachable from the network, which is already a mistake. Kim hasn't touched the machine. He hasn't logged in, he hasn't sent anything malicious. He just asked, and Sally's server told him everything. This is why Nmap is the foundation of every penetration test. It's also why every defender should run it against their own infrastructure first, before someone like Kim does. Number 4, Wireshark. Wireshark is the world's most popular packet sniffer. It listens to every piece of network traffic flowing through an interface and shows it to you in human-readable form. Protocols, headers, payloads, everything. For example, if Joshua connects to an unencrypted web app, opens his browser, and types in his username and password, Kim could capture those credentials with Wireshark. He can view them sitting there in plain text. Joshua never told Kim his password. Kim just listened to the network, and the network said it out loud. This is exactly why HTTPS exists. Wireshark is the tool that taught a generation of developers why encryption is non-negotiable. On modern HTTPS traffic, Kim sees only gibberish. Number 3, Hydra. Hydra is a parallelized login cracker. You give it a target service, a list of usernames, and a list of passwords, and it tries every combination at machine speed until something works. Here, for example, Kim is attacking the SSH service on Sally's website. -L-Sally is the username. -PRockU.txt points to the famous RockU word list, a popular list of 14 million passwords leaked from a real breach in 2009. After a few seconds, Hydra finds it. Sally's password is Ashley, probably her best friend's name. With those credentials, Kim can log in. And voila, he now have SSH access to Sally's machine. This is why some server admin disables password authentication in favor of SSH keys. This is also one of the reasons why fail to ban exists, and why every login system should rate limit failed attempts. Hydra is what the absence of those defenses looks like. Number 2, John the Ripper. John the Ripper is a complementary tool to Hydra. While Hydra focuses on cracking live login credentials, John specializes in password hashes. These are the encrypted versions of passwords stored in databases, leaked in breaches, or extracted from files. Now that Kim has root access on Sally's machine, he can copy her etc shadow file. This file contains the passwords of every user on the system, but stored as hashes, not in plain text. Hashes are designed to be irreversible, but weak passwords can still be cracked. Now that Kim has Sally's shadow file on his local machine, he can use John the Ripper to attempt to crack the passwords. The command he runs is as follows. The first part specifies the hash format used in the shadow file, so John the Ripper knows how to interpret the password hashes. The second part tells John the Ripper which list of candidate passwords to try during the attack. Here, Kim uses the top password shortlists, a collection of common passwords available in sec lists. John will hash each password in the word list and compare it to the hashes in the shadow file. If a match is found, John identifies the original plaintext password. The third part is the file containing the password hashes that John will attempt to crack. Kim presses enter. And there it is, 3 passwords cracked in under a second. I love you, the admin password. Ashley, Sally's password. And Sunshine, the password of a third user named James. John the Ripper didn't decrypt the hashes from the shadow file. Instead, it hashed every word in the word list and compared the results with the hashes in the shadow file. When a hash matched, the corresponding password was found. Now, Kim can log into these accounts one by one and see everything they've been hiding. Every secret, every message, every file, all just a keystroke away. Number 1. Aircrack NG. Aircrack NG is a suite of tools that analyze Wi-Fi networks, capture traffic, and try to crack the encryption keys. It famously demonstrated that WEP, the original Wi-Fi encryption protocol, was trivially breakable, and that WPA, Wi-Fi Protected Access, the improved security protocol that replaced WEP, could be attacked using dictionary or handshake attacks. We will dive into exactly how this works in a future video. For now, let's look at what happens when Kim runs irodump ng wlan zeromon. And there it is. Every Wi-Fi network within the range of Kim's adapter appears on the screen in plain sight. Each line represents one network, making it easy to see exactly what's around him. The BSS ID is the MAC address of the access point. This is a uniquely assigned identifier for every network device, meaning no 2 access points share the same BSS ID. It's how tools like Aircrack NG can distinguish one Wi-Fi network from another, even if multiple networks have the same name. The PWR is the signal strength. Closer to 0 is stronger, -90 is very far away. The ESSID is the human-readable network name, names like Free Wi-Fi, TP-Link Home, and so on, the names you'd actually recognize when connecting your device. While the BSSID identifies the network at the hardware level, the ESSID is what makes it easy for humans to pick the network they want. From here, the workflow is straightforward. Kim can simply pick a target he has permission to assess, forces a client to reconnect, captures the handshake, and runs Aircrack NG against it using a word list. If the password is weak, he gets it. If it's a 20-character random passphrase, he doesn't. This is why MyDog2019 is not a secure Wi-Fi password. So that's it. We've covered 5 hacking tools that shouldn't be free, and yet every single one is completely legal to download and often comes pre-installed on a Linux distribution you can grab in under 5 minutes. The reason these tools shouldn't be free isn't because they're evil. It's because of how capable they are. Nmap maps an entire network in seconds. Wireshark exposes every unencrypted password on a wire. Hydra brute forces logins at hundreds of attempts per second. John the Ripper cracks password hashes. Aircrack NG audits Wi-Fi networks. In any other industry, software this powerful would cost thousands of dollars per seat. In cybersecurity, it's all open source. That's not an accident. The defenders need it. Every penetration tester runs these tools to find holes before attackers do. Every network engineer uses them to audit their own infrastructure. The tools are free because the alternative, which is the defenders without tools and the attackers with them, is catastrophic. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe to see more deep dives into the weird and slightly uncomfortable side of cybersecurity. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.